Tadaima! Oh, honey, I'm home again. Oh, we gotta get some background music that's not gonna have a little ad break surprise. Thought I got everything set up. Forgot about the music. All good. Melon. Okay. There we go. Okay, I'm back. Time to forget about work. And move this around a little. Make this bigger. I don't really want my bookmarks bar there. There we go. Alright. Something like that. Do you want you... Okay. I think that's probably good. Can I close this ad? We just don't know. There we go. Maybe. Kind of. Yeah! Alright. I'm not muted. There's audio. I think we're good to do some anime chat. I had a protein bar, and then it wasn't very good, so I also grabbed a melon snack with some popcorn and a green juice, you know, to really bring home the health component. Although now I'm like, popcorn sure was a choice for a streaming snack. Let me know if you hear my crunching and don't want to hear it. Let me just crunch on it for a minute now while I pull up. We should go further back. So actually, I thought I was kind of on a hiatus. I think we missed a season. I think I was looking at the thumbnails. The last Animelon Chat we did was fall 2023. And that I think was the preview? I mean, but I think we're gonna talk about... Oh, those were so long ago. Wait, this is fall 2022. Okay. Let's just start with winter. Winter 2024, the season that just ended for the most part. I think I sent out all my beep boops. I did my thing, I did my tweet. I'm still coming back into it, so forgive a little scuff, which surely did not happen before. It's only now. Okay. And let's put these in alphabetical order. And we've got the what do you call it? Romaji names. I usually go by the English names, but this way it's successful no matter what you know the title as. And I'm gonna eat another popcorn. Yeah, this is a bad plan. Not everything is quite done yet, but most of these are done. Maybe I can have the popcorn while we're watching trailers. Because we should totally watch some trailers. Okay, this one is Cherry Magic. I watched the first couple episodes and I actually really liked it. But I didn't watch the rest of it yet. It's like an office adult BL. Where the the main guy can read the other guy's thoughts, or he can read other people's thoughts, and finds out that his cool coworker has a crush on him. Kind of a fan of that trope. But I only did the first few so far, so we'll see. If I get around to doing that. The time. So we're not gonna go through every single title because there's some things that I'm just clearly not gonna watch. But this like doesn't not sound like something I would watch. I mean, it's a villainous game isekai. That's right. Fire Eye is the main character of this one, so I really wanted to watch it pretty much exclusively for that reason. Oh, I clicked on something. Okay. Look at the tags. So it's straight. I mean, that doesn't mean I can't dream. I was just looking at the pink-haired girl and I was like, is there Yuri? Is it Yuri? I'll definitely watch it. If it's Yuri. It's not. I'd still watch it though. I'd still try it, because I love her. For that matter, suppose I should update this. Because I pretty much only update it when I do these streams. I obviously finished, Gundam. I didn't finish any of the rest of these. Oops. Okay. I kind of forgot that Blue Exorcist got a new season. I liked it. I liked the first season when I watched it 100 years ago well enough. But I don't know if I'm gonna watch the new season. I mean, I forgot it existed, so I guess not. I also didn't realize that, Boku no Kokoro no Yabai Yatsu? What is it? The Dangers in My Heart? I didn't realize that was on the second season already. I have not watched that one. Uchigini. Saw a little bit of hype about it, but I did not watch it. I don't go to Card Fight. Or whatever this is. Oh, I did watch this. That's right, I have to mark off the things I watched. We'll mark the ones I finished. Dosanko Gyaru wa Namaramen Koi. Which is... the English title is Hokkaido Gals Are Super Adorable. Mr. Melon has heard me gripe about this. It's not the translator's fault, because it's usually a matter of what the licensor will approve, but I think that the title should have been something like Hokkaido Gals Are Totes Adorbs or something, because Namara Menkoi is in itself like a Hokkaido Ben. The charm of this show, I'm sorry. This is just a very specific soapbox. The charm of this show is the combination of like the Gyarugo and the Hokkaido Ben. And that sort of gets lost. You don't want to hear a translator say this, but it is a little bit lost in translation, just because like you can only do so much, especially in subtitles. You can't go crazy with the like slang and whatnot in subtitles, because people only have a few seconds to read it and process it. Also, like, early on, the translator did do something fun with some phrase or other. And then, like, that section of Twitter got really mad about it, so there's really no winning. But I felt like I wonder if the personality comes through more in the manga if that's translated. I think it is. Does this say? Oh man. It's Anilist has someone told me this already. Anilist has credits for translators. That's pretty awesome. Doesn't say the English publisher though. Huh, anyway. I'm watching Good Foodie for my brain junk food. I still have to watch more of that. I watched a little bit with some friends and I was like, yeah, this is up my alley. And then I didn't watch anymore. Okay, I knew it. These girls came in like, these two, I think? In like the 11th hour. And I'm like, what's with these like very main character designs that we just clearly didn't get to this season? Anyway, despite all my ranting, it was actually really, really cute. I really liked it. The main two characters were the main dude, you know, he's pretty bland. You can't quite see it because of the crop. He is a city boy who is quite a fool. Okay. He has really bad hair. Also, he's wearing this really bad hat for most of the first episode, and we were like, boo, the hat. Then he took the hat off, and we were like, put the hat back on. But I kind of got used to it. It's a harem protagonist, you know? You can't... What was I expecting? But it was sweet. Also, I ship these two girls, because of course I do. She's got a little bit of bi energy, the main girl. In that, like... Do you admire this person? In what way do you admire this person? Say more about that. But anyway. That was cute. If you need... It feels like every season now there's like a gyaru, like, rom-com that's usually kind of just okay, or just, like, slightly trashy. This one was kind of ecchi at the beginning, and then it kind of dropped off on that, which was... I'm not complaining about that. But this was cute. I guess I'm just honor-bound to watch all of them now. Having worked on a gyaru series before. Okay, Dungeon Meshi. Obviously I'm watching Dungeon Meshi. I've been reading the manga for a long time. Not to get all... Is hipster... Are we done with that? Is that out of date now? Anyway, I'm not like caught up on the manga. So it's not like I'm like, oh, these new anime fans. Like, the anime's really, really good. It has been a little fun knowing some of the turns that it takes to watch people react week by week on Twitter to like this fun adventure that definitely has... I don't think it really makes a secret of being dark at times, because they're trying to save someone who got eaten by a dragon. And like, they established pretty early on that people die and that there's resurrection, but also that the resurrection magic is maybe a little weird, because it only like works within the dungeon. I'm not winking on purpose. But anyway, it's obviously really good. It's really fun to see Trigger do something so far outside of their usual, I don't know, wheelhouse? If anything, it's got a little bit of that, like, Little Witch Academia. I always try to combine it with Witch Hat Atelier. When is that anime happening? Isn't that happening? But I don't know. I can't be normal about Farsia. Surprising no one. Oh, and like Ayami Saudi is Felon. Love her. Chuck's last name is Tims? I'm learning a lot here. It's great. It's so good. I don't know what to tell you. You're probably watching it already. I haven't seen yesterday's episode yet, so I'm looking forward to the new opening and ending. Anyway. Delicious in Dungeon is not a good English title, though. I know that's not a super hot take. And again, I'm like, I doubt it was the translator who was like, here's what the title should be. I mean, maybe it was. Because it's not a literal translation. You appreciate them trying to preserve the D&D pun. Yeah. I guess that most of the things that come to mind for me, like, I would have gone with, like, I don't know, dungeon dining, or, like, dungeons and dinner, maybe? Dining in the dungeon? Someone has, or many people have suggested something along the lines of, like, dungeons, diners, and diners. Yeah, diners, dragons, and dungeons. Diners, dragons, and dungeons. But I guess if you got too silly with it, it does sort of, not match the overall, sometimes more serious tone. But it's one of the few because of that I end up wanting to refer to by its Japanese name. It's just less of a mouthful. Ha 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 ha. Unintended. Dungeon Meshi. But I don't think just keeping it as Dungeon Meshi would have been the right, choice either. Like, you gotta translate it. Dungeon dining is what is my instinct. Because I want to have that, alliteration. Dungeon delicacies? Dungeon grub. Dungeon DoorDash. Anyway, Dungeon Meshi. It's good. Yekai Elise. I don't know her. Looks kind of Otoe is reincarnation. I don't know. Ekton Mozu Kagaku. Nice. I feel like I haven't even heard of some of these. iCard? I don't know it. This is 'Tis Time for Torture, Princess. Which, The name does not overly appeal. But it does look like it's like a food show. And the other girl's name is Torture. So there's that. It's getting a second season. And you know, now that I think about it, I really like Sleepy Princess, which, yeah, I'm like, it reminds me a lot of Sleepy Princess in Demon Castle. So it does kind of seem like something I would watch. Ice skating. For the most part, I was just like, it doesn't sound that exciting. But then again, neither is Maojo de Oyasumi, and I like that one, so I should try it. Maybe I'll add it to my planning list. It looks cute. I don't know. Oh, I should change the title. The stream. Oh, I almost clicked on the stop streaming button. You know, drink some water. I like everything in this list of similar recommendations. Although there's definitely a line for me with how little plot there can be. Like, I like, you know, Iyashike, but there's still gotta be, like, something that motivates me to watch the next episode, you know? But I'll try it. I should give it the old 3-episode try. Oh, I still need to watch Ishida. Definitely dependent on the mood and stuff. Yeah. It's not even that it has to have, like, a super active plot, but either, you know, enough Yuri bait for me to snack on, or, like, really good visual gags or something. Just something. Ishida is not the kind of thing I would normally watch. We saw the premiere at a convention, but a very good friend of mine translates the novels, and they're so long. And so I'm like, I have to watch this to show support and also to know what's going on. Also, I like the dragon guy. Look at that guy. But it's on like it's on Hulu? It's on Disney Plus? Or it might be on both. Which is why I keep forgetting to watch it. Because who does that? There is one anime I'm watching on Hulu though, but we'll get there. Bottom tier. Ozaki. I don't know. Daddy, Tales of Wedding Rings. Kingdom 5th season. There's 5 seasons of that? Oh, I wanted to try this. Kyujitsu no Warumono-san. Like the villains, Mr. Villain's Day Off. Oh, I meant to watch this too. Damn it. This looks like something I would like. Yeah. Yeah. I really like Kudoji Danshi. And you know, I like despite talking about girls about 95% of the time, I like a broody dude. Especially like the Gap Moe of like a broody evil dude who's going to the zoo to look at pandas. I'm here for it. I'll watch it. Is it safe? It looks like there's girls in this. There's girls in it. Oh, the this is kind of a fun layout. That's fun. Anyway, we talking why it's called the Listen in Dungeon? Yes, we were! We can still be talking that. I'm always talking that. Like, it's got alliteration and I like that. But it's just a strange turn of phrase. Yeah, this was on... I feel like I heard nothing about this though. Also, this came out a year ago. Oops. Yeah, buddy. So it was at Ryuko Kui's request. That would make sense if the author requested it. That does sometimes happen too, where the author already has like an official English title that they use. And even if the English is a little bit like not quite, it's not wrong, it's just a little odd in this case. But if it's the author's choice, it can't be helped. Yeah, Yoko, I was reading the name and I was like, alright. I love her art though. Yeah, I can't... I guess I'll stop complaining about it. I mean, not that I'm like on Twitter complaining, because I knew it couldn't have been the translator's choice. But, yeah. That makes sense. And it is... I guess it does make it kind of memorable. Yeah, there's also the whole Sissel debacle. I heard about that too. I saw that recently. I have the manga in here. Is it Sissel in the official English release of the manga? I know people are really mad about it. I totally sympathize with that because, like, with those katakana names, sometimes you have no idea what they're going for. And then, like, people are mad because there's official, you know, like in the official fan book or something, there's, like, the official romanization from the author and it's Thistle. But, like, I would bet you anything that came out long after the volume where the name first appeared. So sometimes you just have to, like, you guess, you make an educated guess, and then, like, sometimes years later, the author is like, oh, by the way, it was this. And you're like, okay. Okay. And then it's like, do you change it from that point on? And change it in the, like, new, in any reprints? Or you just roll with what you've got? That's not necessarily, up to the translator either. That's, like, probably up to the publisher. But yeah, I have total sympathy for... I mean, unsurprisingly, I have sympathy for the translator in that situation. Otto. There's also him being referred to as a girl in the manga, and it coming out that he was a guy. And Laios at one point correcting himself. Oh, so that's why I kind of thought... I was definitely never sure about his gender. And I wonder if that's where I got it. Does Laios correct himself in Japanese? Or was that maybe a way to, like, sort of cheekily fix it in the English? Honestly, I feel like that's not a bad idea. If it's just like, oh, it was just his honest mistake. I'd love a world where we could simply speak to the author whenever and ask. You're telling me... Sorena. That's the dream. And I feel like a lot of the anger that people have, I mean, is because they want to be mad at localizers, but also is because they just assume that you could have asked or something. That we just have like a pipeline that I'm just like hitting the author up on Discord like, hey, is this character like, no, we're not even really supposed to. Even if you could like tweet at them or something, usually you can't, because like that sort of thing would have to go through the publisher, I think, in the English fix as far as I know. That's very interesting. The fact that they also incorporated Sissel Desolate into the lore of the English release. See, as again, like being on the localizer side, so to speak, I'm like, to me that's clever and makes sense and is maybe what I would want to do if I were in that position. I get why people don't like it, but also I try to think about like the majority of readers who are not the vocal minority on Twitter. And like those readers would probably just be like, oh yeah, okay. Because it should be normal. I know. His father named him Sissel to sound like the thistle plant. Yeah, I mean, that's obviously a bit of a stretch, but, like, it's a clever solution, I think. Or it's certainly, you know, I get it. I guess in that case, especially with something that's now going to be even more wildly popular than it already was, it might have been worth just retconning it and like changing future reprints. Because there's definitely going to be reprints because people are going to be buying the manga after watching it, I bet. But would have loved to ask the author something I was working on, all kinds of things, but probably be like, you have 3 days and no credits. Yeah. Even when I have more time, I still, like, don't, there's just not really any way to directly ask. People really just want an excuse to harass localizers. I know. It's bad. And it's not like you shouldn't be allowed to, you know, voice an opinion or a criticism. But goddamn. The vocalizer thing. It's a lot. Because, you know, I think those of us here know they're just people who are trying to do their jobs. Ah, Rook, hello! I really dislike doing retcons across reprints. Yeah, I don't like it either. But sometimes that's what the, again, usually like the vocal minority really want. Yeah. I think lots of us got into it because we had our own strong opinions. Right. And also because we love the thing. Like, that should go without saying, but because we're fans. And we're working on it because we love it. I mean, most of the time. I'm not working on all of the titles. I'm not working on one title because I love it, but I'm still trying to do the best job that I possibly can with the fans and readers of all walks of life in mind, you know? And not all of the readers are gonna have, like, the intimate knowledge of Japanese. Intimate in air quotes. Because if it's that intimate, you could be reading it in Japanese. But not all of the readers are gonna understand certain things from... Oh, that came out wrong. You know what I'm saying. super jarring, not you, for someone's name to randomly change if a word gets Volume 1 from print run A and Volume 2 from print run B. Yeah, totally. No, I agree. But I feel like I get why some publishers would pick that. And also some fans are really want to be, like, in some situations, it's not good enough to just be like, alright, so we acknowledge and fix it for the future. They're like, no, make it like you never did the other thing. You're not in translating for the fame and fortune you get from it. The millions and millions of dollars that every single localizer and letterer make. Oh, I know, yeah. I am, like, streaming from atop a mountain of cash right now. Also, hey, how you doing? Hi! Oh, good, how are you? I should be working on a light novel right now. But I wanted to talk about anime, goddammit. Who are really pissing their pants over Sissel being carried over into the anime. It kind of just feels like a Zoro kind of thing. I get that it's more egregious because it's an English word. I don't know that I would have gotten thistle out of... I'm assuming it's like Sisuru or... Shisuru? Whatever it is. They could have just done thistle in the subs. If they knew that from the start. Oh, or like Eris and Aerith. Which I've had strong opinions about as a literal 13-year-old who didn't know any Japanese. But now I'm just like, you know? Alright. Yeah, I might work some more later, or I might. Going in, it's like to pick the one's name or the plant. Yeah. And it's not like there's really, off the top of my head, I can't think of other characters that are named after, like, plants. Or, like, common English words, right? Like, none of the main characters. So, you wouldn't necessarily assume that. It's tough. You know. But like, damn. I don't know if there's cause to be, that mad about it. Like, so if it's thistle, then fine. Just annoyingly point it out to all your friends when you watch it with them. I don't know if we need to have someone, like, burned at the stake over it. Sorry, I know that's not any of you in chat, presumably. I'm just like, god damn it. Mick Bell Thomas. Tomas. He's cute, is that? Interesting, so it's thistle here on any list. But that's because this is fan run. No doubt. Looking fun, people seem to be doing better with, but even then you still get diehard Farlands. Despite Chilchek and Fallon harmonizations we picked out and had printed in the guidebook, Sissel, granted, is thistle in the guidebook. Then where is Farland coming from? Like a scanlation or something? Yeah. I have been there with, like, the scanlation made a weird English name choice, and now people think that's the right one. And sometimes it's just a truly bizarre choice. And it's just like, what makes you think that's more correct than this? But, you know what. And this populates from any chart, which is fan run. If I was a publisher, I'd simply demand the author decide. It would be really nice if they would, like, run at least, like, main character names by the author in English for approval. But we just kind of don't get that, luxury. Even if it's a nice choice, like, it's not what they went with. Yeah, it's not like it's a bad or wrong choice, but neither is the other one. And if anything, the other one's a bit more direct. Which is usually what these folks want, but there's no consistency, because what they want is for the official translation to be wrong. There's a lot of people like, Farlin is cuter, but the only thing it does is remind me of Chris Farley. Yeah. Farlin. Farlin. Yeah, it's like, I see what you did there. I've been known, especially when you're working on an isekai with like a trillion background characters. Sometimes you want to swing for the fences, as it were. But that doesn't make it any more correct. And also sometimes people get mad about that and just want it to be spelled out. Does this have the... Yeah, it does. Farlin, Farlin. It has all the names listed. That's kind of fun. Disastrous, but fun. And Marcel living together in the van down by the river. Oh my god. I mean, I'd be here for it. Yappari Shisuru. Why didn't they just name him To Die? That's what I want to know. Shisuru. There's not even a small "t" there. Hey. It's not even like this one in Japanese is azami, but I was like, is there a katakana term, at least in the, you know, dictionary? But still, I'm just like, there would be no reason to confidently assume that. Oh my god. Anyway. Shutaruku-san, I literally didn't even know what you were talking about. It's like, Shutaruku-sama. The shoe sound is unexpected. It's dark. Stick an H in there. Usually try to see if there's a famous person with the name on with start getting into patronymics. Yeah, a lot of the time if like it's a especially like a secondary character with a last name and there's no reading for it, I'll just like Google that last name, and if all of the celebrities with that last name have the same reading, I'm like, there it is. Going with that. All the time that we've been talking about this, I'm just like inwardly screaming because I know the next actually, I feel like I've heard good things about 7th Time Loop. I should know better, but sometimes when the title is that long, I am starting to, like, my eyes will glaze over just a little bit. I like some villainous stuff, but it's gotta have those queer female friendships, basically. It's quite good. It might be my book club. Yeah, I feel like I know someone who works on it. Maybe I should try it. It's another villainous title for me to try. But yeah, aside from that, I'm like, oh god, because the next thing we have to talk about is Maho Shoujo ni Akogarete, and I'm like, can I even show this freaking thumbnail? Sounds like it also has an arc wrap-up at 1 volume, so a pretty well-contained story for the first bit. Oh, we'd love to see that. I haven't watched this yet. Oh, it's on High Dive. That's why I keep forgetting about it. This is the horny magical girl Yuri show. Speaking of things that people have strong feelings about. Don't put cute girls doing cute things. Nande yonen. I want to like smack my screen and tsukomi it. I have heard that the manga might be the better way to go. That's not out in English officially, is it? That seems like a big reach for something to get licensed. Oh wait, no, maybe it is because it's gushing over magical girls or whatever, which is such a choice. Honestly, that's a good choice. It's a very like evocative choice of words. Oh, it's J Novel. Oh, you're right. It's J Novel Club. I feel I have a legal obligation to watch because it's here. Yeah, same. High Dive's really into pushing that they have uncensored anime. I guess you've gotta go for a niche if you're gonna compete with Crunchyroll's increasing monopoly. Automod, let Peach speak. Okay. Let me now try to read this. The thing I hate most about manga is not that it's porn, but that everyone feels like they can post about it publicly. Got it. But if you watch it, but it's like, yeah, fair. 9 volumes deep into the English release. Again, phrasing. Sorry. I didn't realize it was that long. Yeah, the fact that they're in middle school. Armad, we're having a conversation here. Damn it. I didn't tell you I'd be with the sex covered up. In that way, I feel like I might be able to handle the manga a little better. The audio might take it to a weird place for me. English releases. Volume 10. There's a moment in Volume 10 that made me scream out loud for how brilliant it is. Yeah, I would agree that the fact that they're in middle school and not high school makes it feel a little skeezier. Not a little. Definitely skeezier than usual. I mean, I haven't watched it yet, and that's part of why, but I also have no problem with people watching it because I trust them to have that, you know, division of your life. And wow, we are getting into some topics today. You know, to make that distinction. And also, it's not like they're necessarily not drawn like middle school girls, I suppose, but it's very... They're not drawn much differently from, like your standard high school anime character. High school age anime character, maybe? Like, the thing with... Speaking of, begins with tentacles. The thing about Food Wars is... I feel like usually the characters are, like, proportioned sort of adultishly, and it's framed in such a way that it's like, yeah, okay. I mean, like, you know what this is. Oh yes, chat's moving, but I am also sad that Funimation is gone. I actually just watched a Funimation Blu-ray yesterday, and I was like, oh, you should be watching. And full-on nipples. Yeah, that's definitely... It definitely sounds like it's more of a straight up, like, you know, hentai anime. Which, again, like we said, it's totally fine if that's, if you're watching that. And I'm curious about it because it's Yuri. And maybe I'll check out the manga. But yeah, it really all just comes back to what people feel like they should post on Twitter, doesn't it? Both the, like, dungeon meshy opinions and Mahoaka, like, gifs and... At least, the friend of mine who posts about the manga a lot usually, like, marks it as sensitive, so... You know what you're not getting into. Or you know what you're getting into. But, man, this is not related, but also, since I started watching Dungeon Meshi and obviously started liking a bunch of, Farseal content, and, like, this is on me, because I was on, like, the For You side of Twitter, and I don't know why I still do that. But Twitter was like, oh, you like Dungeon Meshi? Do you want to know how the manga ends? And I was like, what? No. And they're like, okay, this is how the manga ends. And I'm like, great. Thank you. That's not even out officially in English yet, but that's great. Not the same as unexpected adult gifts on your timeline, but yeah. Yeah, so maybe this is something I should look at the manga instead. Even folks I know who are fans of the manga said that they were not as happy with the anime, and I wonder if it's because of those capital C choices. Yeah, I use the For You page. It almost exclusively serves Farseal and Sulimio. Exactly. You get it. And, like, I follow way too many people on Twitter, so using the, completely, sorry, I just got deeply distracted by there's a surprising amount of hill and freerun hardcore in the algorithm. Good God. At least my algo knows what's up in that way. Oh my gosh, we haven't gotten to freerun yet, so I shouldn't talk about that yet, but the way that I kept, like, snort laughing every time I saw a freerun cosplayer, like, I was at a convention last weekend, and the convention center is attached to a mall, so I got to see, like, freerun at Starbucks, and it was just making me think about, like, freerun at Costco. And then I had to explain freerun at Costco to the people I was there with. I love it so much. I mean, anyone, like, cosplay in regular settings is inherently pretty funny. But because of freerun at Costco, I like, lost it. There's one about her at Blockbuster that sends me, because my first job was in a video store. Explaining it. Oh my god. That's so true. I've seen that one. I used to go to Blockbuster. What was the other one? Hollywood Video? I'm following tab. Yeah, that's what it's called. Following tab got a lot more beautiful once I disabled retweets from 80% of people I follow. Yeah, you're so smart for that. I've definitely started doing that with some of people who are just like continuously retweeting, but because there's so many of them, it is difficult. Alright, hang on 1 second, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna let my first news here. Hey, Tadaima. The mail came and I'm waiting on a thing. Have to alert Mr. Melon that we did not get the thing. Okay. Oh, I'm way more, jokey than I should be from running down and back up the stairs. Oh. Like a follow monster, so I mostly read from lists. Oh! As I was getting up, I read that as likes, and I thought you meant you just, like, read people's likes. Which seemed like a very psychopathic way to use Twitter. Lists make sense. I gotta... These are the Twitter strats I'm here to learn in Animelon Chat. Turn off retweets and use lists. Noted. Okay. Oh man, so I just finished Mashal yesterday. Season 2. Have we all seen the opening? Cause like, opening of the year is over. I don't like to be this guy, but holy shit. There's really no contest. And we will... I am not above watching it right now, if people are okay with that. I will take the copyright hit. Outside is turning off retweets and mutes don't work on lists. That sucks. More you look at, more you get. Hell yeah. Let's do it. Yay, let's do it. Okay, we gotta pause the, what? The music. Watch the music. I really think this is so good. I really like Mashal as well. Like the show. I like it. But goddamn, this especially. Okay. Gotta unmute and then skip this. Okay, here we go. Oh, can you hear it? It seems very quiet. I'm gonna bump it. Just for this. I can figure out how to bump it. I will bump it. So, boop. Just tell me if it is too bumped. If it's too loud, let me know. It's just, you gotta, yeah. Incredible. Okay. Yes, I also, sorry. Why was that video so much quieter than this? Or so, yeah. No, I was right the first time. Oh well. Sorry for my Windows sound. I'm a streamer. I just think that opening is so good. Not only because the song is like an all-time bop, but also like it's really a stylish and nicely animated opening. I love just like the stark yellow and black. Yeah, Shoe Cream Funky Love was also really good. Alfrey and Casta. Alright, I'm reading back up and I'm trying to process what those names are because my brain's so small. Yeah. And it seems like it's had this, like, amazing, you know, Creepy Nuts is now suddenly super big here, and I feel like it's also making Mashal more popular than the first season was. I love how much Mashal is Harry Potter, but incredibly obviously stupid. I really, really like it, and I like him, and I think that it's not perfect. I wish there were... The female character department is a little sad. And it's like, it's a parody, but that doesn't mean you couldn't have had better female characters. But whenever I get like, whenever I'm like, I don't know, whenever it starts to take itself too seriously, which is the reason I don't really enjoy like One Punch Man, because I feel like it kind of turns into the thing it's parodying. But like, every time Mashal starts to go down that road, just like Mash's sheer stupidity just like brings it back. Because like a villain will have this really dramatic speech, and then it just makes that like sound effect, and he's just like, oh, yeah. And he's also like kind of a jerk. I don't know. He's not, his engagement with like what's happening is not that high, and that's what I really like. I had to go buy cream puffs last night. I would kill for a cream puff whenever I watch Mashal, and also right now. Finally crying over Girls and Shonen. It's pretty lackluster when it comes to women. Yeah. I think Black Clover does a way better job. And I also totally recommend Black Clover if you like Mashal. It's not as like... It's not a parody like Mashal. It's not always as funny. But it's got a pretty good cast. Including some really good female characters. I feel like the reason people don't like it is like... It's long and the main character screams a lot, and I'm like... Have you seen Naruto? Have you seen Haikyuu? I love these things. Your mileage may vary with Black Clover. But like, early on I feel like I was watching it in the background just to watch it, like, I'm not invested in this. And sometime in the course of the first dozen or so episodes, I know that like, it gets good is not a great way to sell something. Like, I would prefer that it's good from the get-go. You know what's good from the get-go? Naruto. Anyway. But at some point I got really invested. It's got like a great kind of like found family cast of weirdos. I love the team like Doncholo, and I love Charmy. You know, it leans. Actually, I really like Fairy Tail. Oh my god, Hiramashima. Show yourself. I just want to talk. No, I like Fairy Tail too. I really like Fairy Tail Zero because it's pretty gay. I haven't watched all of Fairy Tail, but Mr. Melon likes it. Is this music loud as hell to you guys now, or is it just me? I'll just turn mine down, but let me know if I... No, I had it louder on my end than yours. Chainsaw Man. I haven't done Chainsaw Man because I have a low tolerance for gore. Although, like, we'll get to that because I did like Undead Unluck. Just me. Okay, thank you. Because I have, like, separate controls for the audio on the stream and the audio that I'm hearing, so I can just turn it down. And then I watched the first season of Eden Zero, which also has some really great stuff going on and some awesome girls, and then it also has, like, the most disgusting, like, misogynistic tropes that make you want to, slap your emotion. Yeah, I think I probably could also handle Chainsaw Man better in manga form than anime. And a lot of my, like, I have friends in, like, the sort of English-speaking indie comics scene, and a lot of them are also into Chainsaw Man, like, folks who don't read a lot of manga because of, like, the paneling. And oh my god, Look Back is, like, one-shot manga. Like this if you cry every time. Because I do. Like, I'll literally sob. I'll do it right now. Oh god, they're making a movie. Oh, it's over for me. Yeah, it's like Lucy is a great main character. And she's like, she kicks ass, and so does, you know, Eden Zero Lucy. Honestly, I admire the commitment to just, like, recycling the same characters every time he makes a new series. Like, unironically, I think that's great. Yeah, I did actually hear a few odd things about, or not odd things, but I heard some mixed things about the Chainsaw Man anime, which I know everybody loved, but I did hear that the pacing got a little weird. And it almost seemed to me from the complete outside that it was so, like, prestige adaptation. Like, who does a different ending song for every episode? You can't develop any attachment to the ending. That's a weird hang-up, but maybe I'll try the manga. Mr. Melon didn't think I would like it, and I tend to trust his judgment. But I also like to, you know, decide for myself. But, like, just the basic concept of it does not appeal to me. Literally, the words Chainsaw Man do not appeal to me. But then it's like, it's got all these, like, veil wives in it or whatever. Like, all of these, not exclusively. It's got power in it, and I fucking love power even though I don't know anything. I know a tiny bit. I know more than I needed to know. I know that I love her. Yeah. Heard that there's a lot more references to movies, which are another major aspect of Fujimoto's work. Yeah! He has that other one-shot, too. About making movies. That was also really good. But didn't punch me quite as straight in the gut as look back. Oh my god. I think if I thought hard enough about look back right now, I would probably cry. But that's not a skill that I need to show off on stream. Alright. Noted about Chainsaw Man. A musical reference to a 23-year-old Morning Musume song? Oh my god. I gotta say, Fire Punch and Chainsaw Man are both very strong titles. Also, as we're talking, I'm like, what is this? I feel like I've never even heard of this, but look at this thumbnail. Enhance. These girls are wicked cute. There's a bird. I love birds. Oh, metallic rays. Did anyone watch this? Was it good? Again, I know it's reductive to just base things on, like, Twitter said this was good, or, like, my friend said this was bad, or whatever. But I do want to know your opinions. I like to know people's opinions. Oh, I only read Fire Punch because Minowski article 2 read it one day. He's really ahead of the curve. That Minowski. I've heard about it is that it had all the promise in the world and it flopped. I haven't seen it, but it sounded like they threw the kitchen sink at it and just didn't mesh well. Words. Yeah, honestly, looking at... I've only seen about half of these. I keep hearing that I should have watched Cyberpunk. Feels like I missed it, and now it's too late, but that's not how things work. I'll try it. Because I loved Lika Rico. I like Carolyn Tuesday. I did feel like, Takuto... I watched, like, one episode, and that also felt like throwing a lot of spaghetti at the wall. This is certainly a lot of tags. Fun if you don't think about it too hard. In trying to do a bit of everything, it just doesn't feel like anything. Damn. Dragged by the guy with the person with the Z avatar. See, like, part of me wants to try it anyway, because once in a while, something that is, like, universally either panned or is like, oh, it was like a 6 or 6.5 or something. I'm trying to avoid word mid, but like sometimes that stuff really hits. And you never know what you're gonna like have a weird connection with. But then sometimes it's just messy and bad, so I don't know. And also there's so much to watch. There's so much anime to watch. God damn it. I feel like I don't have time to try every single thing. Also sometimes just comes out at the wrong time and looks bad. In comparison, so true. I'm curious about it. I really like that, I'm actually not a big mech person. But if there's girls involved, then I'll show up. God damn it. And that's not always true. I liked Eureka 7. Chisan something something. And Dark Egg, Isn't this solo leveling? Is that what it's called? Or is this exactly like it? No. This is solo leveling. Speaking, kind of things that, like, everyone is hype about, and I just could not even bring myself to attempt to watch. I just, like... It's not that violence and, like, blood and gore is an absolute, deal breaker for me. It's definitely not appealing to me. But if something is, like, really, really good in other ways, then I will still try it. but solo leveling. This seems like a lot of, like, I want to say, like, suffering porn, but, like, a little bit that. Like, from what I've read about it, it just seems like a lot of, like, here's this guy, and here's why he sucks, or, like, here's his family, or whatever, and now he's dying. And that... I'm sorry if there are any solo leveling fans in the chat. I am sure that it is way better and more complicated than that. But yeah, it does also sound like it wasn't a very good adaptation. I have a friend who, like, really, really loves the... either the novels or the webtoon? The comic? And it's a friend who I would not expect to be into that. But also who, like, has pretty good taste, so I'm like, okay, so there must be something to it, but it just seems extremely not for me. Yeah, the vibes are off. More power to whoever likes it. I always have trouble in one of my group watch votes because it's a small group and one guy always wants violent stuff and I want the opposite. Yeah, a long time ago, doing like an anime night with some friends, they decided on, we were doing like everybody picks one, and one of my friends, whom I love, picked Dorohedoro, and I was like, yeah, I've been kind of curious about this, I'll watch this, and someone's face gets ripped off in the first episode, and I was like, I don't want to watch that. I'm not watching this. But that has that really cute, like, buff girl, though. Anyway. Just, like, I should make a zine or something, a collection of, like, my favorite girls from shit that I'm not gonna watch. And it'll just be Power and, Nue and, what else? I don't know. Yeah, that's the guy whose face is in another guy's face. And they ripped a third guy's face off. That could be a good zine. I feel like I've had that, on the back burner. That could be a fun thing to... We could do that. We could cook. I'm doing a zine fest at the end of the month. I should probably do something. Oh, it could be in your bad boys. Okay. I gotta cook on that. I gotta write that down. I'm not using cook anymore. Mr. Melon likes to use slang like that's old or use it incorrectly just to upset his high school students. I did not update my planner at all this week with how long work took me at all. I will if I actually act on this, I'll hit you up. That could be fun. Empowered. Nue, where'd I get Nue? That's something else. Partner informed me I'm not allowed to start saying Riz. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that, like, is that a slang? Is Gatsby slang? I can just picture their faces. We're not even through winter yet. It was a pretty packed season. It was a hella fire season. Oh no, Michi, what is this? This is a mahjong show? These designs are not, like, good, but it does, like, look like the kind of thing I would watch. It just feels like it's always like, this looks like something I would watch if I needed another show to watch this season, and I never have time for those shows anymore. The Weakest Tamer one looked a little cute, but no time for that. Ban a girl I went out with for saying Kino in the house. See, whenever I hear see Kino, I just think about Kino's journey. And like, they are Kino. Kino's Kino. Oh, is Automod mad at you again? Sounded like a cute girl's is what's highlighted here. Held a message for a reason. Misogyny. He's just doing a misogyny. Okay, I can see why you would block the phrase like sounds like a girl or something, right? Automod is like a protective himbo. It's like, you said girl. And I'm like, yeah, we were talking about girls, sweetie. A good try though. Automod's against cute girls doing it. Cute girls doing cute things and such. I'm sure I've read that article before. Never take into account part where it all feels kind of gay. Anyway, there's some other. This is not an isekai. I shouldn't assume, but it's an action-adventure fantasy. I've been a little curious about Sasaki and Peeps. It was only while I was looking at this that I learned that Peeps is Pii-chan is like the name of the bird, and it's not Peeps like his bros. So that shows how much I knew about that series. Okay, yeah, so the main character is a girl. And that ticks up my interest a little bit. It does look pretty cute. The tags don't not appeal to me. I'm leaving some of these tabs open to look at later. Is Automad? Automad. Yep, Automad is mad. Every girl should is the part that was highlighted. Like you were coming here to like tell me I should be in the kitchen. Can I not just be like, these folks are cool and they're allowed to say the word girl in whatever combination they want? I don't know how. Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious about it, because I also love, like, a middle-aged protagonist, especially when he stays middle-aged and doesn't fucking end up in, like, a 16-year-old body. Like some people. And I like the... It's not, like, a standard isekai plot so much as he gets a bird that's from another world that's magical. I'm intrigued. Maybe it would be worth reading instead? I don't know. I might eat a little popcorn. And Goku. New Shaman King. I didn't even watch the 2021 one yet. I love birds. In a blah 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 slow life, whatever. Snacks. Look, she's deep. I'm not interested in these things, I don't think. Isekai, it's not... Again, it's like, it's not that isekai is an automatic no. There's just so many. Like all I do recently with anime to see something that looks cool, then read the manga light novel instead. I am glad. Yes, I'm glad it's doing its job advertising. If possible, I kind of like watching the anime because... And this is such a luxurious problem to have. But because reading manga and light novels is my job, I'm like, if I can watch it as an anime in the background while I do something else, I would rather do that. I fell off of the new Urusei Yatsura after the first few episodes. Yeah! Irisaki Toden and Sign of Affection was wicked good. That one is totally worth watching. Thought I didn't like romance, but I guess I'm just picky. Yeah, I do like romance, but I am also picky. And actually, in this case, I read the first volume of the manga a long time ago. And I was like, I don't know. I was sort of like, I didn't dislike it, but I didn't like it enough to keep buying volumes. And I could have just started taking it out from the library. Which, by the way, folks, your local library for manga and light novels. It's an underutilized resource. But then I saw it was getting an anime, so I was like, I'll just watch it. And it was really good. And now I'm like, I would continue reading it. I wanted to kill him at first, but he won me over totally. I like romance when people aren't frustratingly dense, which doesn't happen often in anime. Yeah, I feel that. It's like I have like a threshold for misunderstandings, but definitely it can get old. I feel like this did not actually have a lot of like misunderstandings. I love that they're in college. I love it when something is not set in high school. And yeah, I think at first I was like, main dude vibes are weird, and then Oshi is like a dick. And it feels like they're both like infantilizing her a little bit. But the series really kind of like explores that and like develops it and develops their relationships. Yeah, Oshi, like, I liked the direction they took with him eventually. I don't know if you watched the whole show, but I'm still like, I'm not rooting for you and you suck, but yeah, Itsuomi definitely won me over also. I would definitely have a crush on that guy. I mean, he's got white hair, for one thing. But at least it wasn't like, oh, we're gonna fight over who gets her. The way that Itsuomi interacts with him without getting into it is just like, because I don't want to spoil it, but it's really funny and unexpected. And it made me like both of them better, but especially Itsuomi. And Yuki's so cute. Yeah, what is it? My love story with Yamada-kun at level 999. I like that one also. We can talk about romance anime sometime. The thing is that in the past few years, I've also started reading romance novels. Not like Harlequin romance novels, but like contemporary romance. And now I have a lot of romance opinions. It's the reason I got told not to say Riz. Wakaru. He's got it, man. Or he's doing it, or however you use Riz. I did think it was a little funny that there's such like a, especially in the opening, there's such an interconnected sequence of love triangles. Like, he likes her, she likes him, she likes him, and he likes her, and she likes him, and actually, well, that seemed to work out, but like these guys especially, I was like, this is not how it works, but if you all just moved like one seat over, then we'd be totally good. Or, you know, if you wanted to have like a triad situation or something, but y'all aren't ready for that conversation. Sorry. I'm sure y'all are, as in y'all in chat, but yeah. Well, genre renaissance, yeah. There are a lot of like classic now. Like Kimi ni Todoke is about to get a 3rd season. That's like maybe the romance anime that got me really into romance anime. I feel like there are more from that era that I really liked. And it's partly both in anime and in like novels. It's a question of like knowing which tropes work for you and which don't, but also having an open mind about them, maybe? Blue Flags could have been so good. It's been on my to-read list for a long time. I look over my shoulder at... Actually, I guess that's a lie. I've always kind of liked shoujo. Because I used to have... I bought like a shoujo beat and like Sand Chronicles. I'm looking at my shelf. Oh, Mars. I loved Mars. I don't have a lot on the shelf now of pet romance because it's all Yuri. Yeah, all I've got from manga is Yuri. Yeah, there's some of those classics like Karikano and what do you call it? The one with the really short guy and the really tall girl. Oh, yeah. Surprised Pikachu. Peach Girl. I don't think I ever actually read Peach Girl. Yes, I should. I loved Mars, and we could browse. I shouldn't, because I should stay on topic. Is it a tag? It's a genre, right? I think it's definitely better to discuss it as romance is what counts as like a shoujo or a josei. It's such a thing that we... There's a romance tag? There's not a romance tag though? It's a genre. Yeah. Average score. This is what AnyList thinks is romance. Oh, Kaguya-sama is really good as far as rom-coms. I haven't seen the movie yet though. Chihaya Furu's got a really good... I mean, it's got like a love triangle. And in that case, I'm totally like Team Chihaya has 2 hands. Just come on. But, Chihaya Furu's really good. That's just a show I'm always willing to show for. It is. It's like, it's not even a shoujo, it's a sports. Yeah, this is nonsense because it's all head. Oh yeah, I missed that. I feel like I have to be given head romance like a cat given medicine. Yeah, I feel ya. I'm definitely pickier about it, but like, I will still definitely go for a cute or like well-told head romance. My favorite thing, something I would like to see more of. I love like an ensemble cast rom-com. And they always feel really like queer. I have like a mental list of all of these shows. Horimiya is one of them. I would love to see more shows like that, but where there are couples of like all different like genders and sexualities. And not just like we all got a het pair off in the end. Or like Wodakoi. Or the My Girlfriend is a Top. That's not what it was called. Shikimori isn't just a cutie. That one. Yeah, it's true. Where is Blumentia? And also, like, this is only semi-related, but the ships that I really get into... Skip and Lover. The ships I really get into are the ships that are not the primary ship. These two here, I actually bought... I'm trying to open this image and I can't. I actually bought a print at the con this weekend. I am feral for these two. And like Tomo-chan. Shows that have like... They're so close to being super gay. But then they still... Automon, now what? MMO Junkie, yes, I love that one too. Yelena-kun definitely reminded me of that a lot. I love Skip and Loafer. How is this not on my list? I finished it, I would even call it a favorite. The manga for this is really good also. What season was this? You can't tell me that was... That's right, I saw recently that it was a year ago already. That's horrifying. Oh, I'm adding permitted terms here now. Oh, the MMO Junkie. But yeah, all stuff that, like... I really like them and I am content to have headcanons, but make me really happy if a show like that explicitly had... Like, if these two end up together, I will... I can't think of anything to say that's not, like, unnecessarily violent, even though it would be a positive feeling. I will lose it. Although Skip and Loafer does have a trans character and at least one other character that has is very queer-coded, adjust glasses. So maybe there's a chance? Maybe my ship? I don't think a really violent belief regarding Blue Flag. I haven't read Blue Flag yet, but you're the safe space. You're welcome to share. I must have I talked about this at the time, but I love Skip and Loafer. That was one of my all-times from last year, I would say. Mate. Where's Untitled Muck? Or does that count as this season? Or does that count as leftovers? Oh, it's leftovers. Okay. Because we didn't talk about fall. The ending sucks so much ass. I feel like I have actually heard someone say that. Let me just okay. That's a bizarre English title. Alright, I will have to check that one out. I love a delinquent romance. Oh, I'm really excited to check out that manga that just got licensed. That's been popping off lately. The one that's like Fall in Love, You False Angels. Like Koyo Seo Nantoka Tenchi. I've certainly been there when with series that are, because Blue Flag does have a like a gay or like queer main couple, right? But then they still take the hard turn at the end into either like, and then she grew out of it, or like just not quite committing. That hurts. That hurts worse than like, at least when it's like one of my big ships. One of my favorite ships is like the two girls from Haikyuu. And it's like, I knew they weren't gonna end up together. But just let me have this. But it's worse when it's like, it is, yeah. Oh, yeah, I've been wanting to read How Do We Relationship. It looks really cute. And I bought Catchy's Hands, but I didn't read it yet. Also, I really wanted to translate, the guy she liked wasn't a guy at all, but I think that ship has sailed. But I'm still excited for it to get an English release, because everyone's gotta read it. They're unrequited, but even needing one that's explicitly so they ruin. Oof. It'll make you suffer. Oh, I see. Like that. It's in the Viz app? I think I have that subscription. We're on Manga Rex now. I know people were mad about that title too. And that does seem like a translator choice, but I think it's a cute one. And also, like, titles that are just the names of people don't hit that well in English, I feel like. That's good to know. I'm chomping on popcorn. Okay, the leftovers are some of the hype ones that I wanted to talk about. Apothecary Diaries. I really, really liked it. Now there's a het ship that's like fine. But, you know, Aoyuki is Mao Mao. Hell yeah. Always here for Aoyuki as a sort of like crotchety lead character. Yeah, there is. I did not realize how long the novels have been running and how much there is. There's a lot. Sorry, now I'm snacking. I'll definitely have to read How Do We Relationship. This, I think, is already confirmed for another season, so I'll probably just continue to watch it. I'm not like, I need to run out and read the books, because there's a lot of books. But, at the very least, continue to watch the heck out of it. And of course, Freeman at Costco. Oh, Freeman was so good. Man, talking about, hang on, I need water now. Popcorn, again, was a choice. Yeah. Yeah, so like I said, I kind of prefer to watch things in general, because I don't read that much manga, or I don't really read light novels very much in my spare time, because it takes up so much of my workday. I still read and collect a lot of manga. But if there's a show, that means I can kind of, you know, fart around on... I don't want to say I'm just, like, on my phone, but, like, play a game or, like, draw or something while I'm watching it. And the melon brain likes to multitask. Also, the melon brain likes pretty colors. So if there's an anime, I'll watch that first. And then if it's, like, really, really good, I will probably maybe check out the source material. But then again, if it's really good, it's like, well, it's probably getting a second season, so I'll just wait and watch that. Because when I read, aside from reading some manga, I mostly read, like, English language novels. Either, romance as mentioned, although I've fallen off of it. I'll go on, like, genre kicks where I'll read a bunch of romance and then a bunch of fantasy or sci-fi, and also, you know, capital L literature. And then I'll hop back around. I love audiobooks. I haven't done any light novel audiobooks yet. Full cast reading, that's really cool. I haven't read or seen I Want to Eat Your Pancreas yet, but I hear very good things. There's audiobooks for So I'm a Spider and Executioner. And it's really weird to hear them read out loud. Ah! Yeah. Maintains his position as a top-notch one. Oh man, weren't we talking about it once and how, like, they have to read all the stats aloud? And, like, all the skills and stuff? My god. What a champion. It's interesting when, regular novels get sort of put out by light novel publishers in English. I guess the distinction might be a little different. Yeah, I bet 500 uninterrupted minutes of stats, it rules. That's too funny. Yeah. That's really cool. It would be fun to hear the voices she does for the different characters and stuff. I definitely have, like, audiobook reader, like, preferences now. I haven't read the English, but it's a really lovely story. Oh yeah, that's definitely a blind spot of mine. I should really be reading more in Japanese in my spare time. Don't tell anyone. Tokodake no hanashi. It's not that I don't at all, but mostly manga too. I should read more, like, light novels, or even just, like, regular novels in Japanese. I never feel like I have enough, like, time or brain power. Oh, my brain. I don't even like to play games in Japanese that often, because... unless I have no other choice. Because it just feels like work. Even though, like, it's partly a mental block. Because when I actually do it, I'm like, oh, right. I've been reading this language long enough that it's not that much harder. Especially if it's, you know, depending on the language. Yeah, manga is usually way cheaper in Japanese. That's a great motivator for me. Yeah. It would help if I did ebooks more. I'm a big print media person. I know I need to do more ebooks. I actually did just pick up a couple of Japanese manga books. Sorry. A couple of books at Kinokuniya. Although, like, god, the markup is so brutal. Like, I understand that it's not cheap to import things. But there's something painful. I was talking about this with folks at the con, but, like, there's something especially painful when, like, it's got the price tag on it and you can see the price it was in yen. And it's like $26.99 and it was like 1,800 yen or something, and you're like, ugh. And then I buy it anyway, but I would buy way more if it wasn't that marked up. I think that might be a slight exaggeration, but it's not that much of one, because I definitely paid a lot. Yeah, with... the yen is still pretty... weak compared to the dollar now, right? I feel like I haven't actually looked in a while, but I'm like... bro. Yeah. I really like Libby also for audiobooks. I don't know how it is for light novels or for manga, because it does have regular books as well. But it's free. with your library card. Yeah, that's what I thought. Or that's what someone told me recently, that's 50%. That's, like, wild. Hoopla, I don't think I know that one. That's very cool. There's so many cheap and free ways to legally read manga and read books now. And I feel like I wish more people knew about them. And also, I know that they probably do know about them and they just don't. I will have to check that out. I mostly just do Libby. You know, put holds on some audiobooks. Mr. Melon listens to his audiobooks sped up a little bit, and I can't do it. Even though it has the option to do like 1.1 speed or something. It just drives me insane. It's not as deranged as like watching anime at 1.5 speed or whatever. Sorry if you do that. But it hurts my brain so much. Maybe need to say anything about free run besides free run at Costco. Oh, I was gonna say yeah, you all get it. Hey, worth listening to is worth listening to it. Regular speed. That is how I feel. Free run is so good. And we were talking earlier about the For You tab on Twitter. One thing that the For You tab kept showing me while Free run was airing. I have like two Twitter mutuals. 2 or 3. Who just like really don't like Free run. And we're just kind of like hating on it non-stop every week. Which you're totally entitled to do. It's totally fine. And it's not their fault that Twitter decided I had to see all of their tweets about how free run is mid or whatever. Eventually I had to be like, Twitter, stop showing me these. I don't think I ended up muting them, but I was just like, please suggest these tweets less often. It was just very... Like, I understood their criticisms. And I think the jokes about, like free run says something, and or, like, someone says something, and then free run remembers that time that Himmel did that same thing. Like, it's funny to rip on. And I get that it does that same formula a lot, but, like, it works. Also, I cried so many times. Especially the first view and the last view. Sorry na. And one thing is everyone comparing free run and Dunmeshi, like they're both wonderful and also not really that alike. Please stop. Yeah, you are so right. I bet you if I scroll down... Oh, okay. It will make a fool of me. But I saw it on the Dungeon Meshi page that the top recommendation was free run, and I was like, I get that it's like, haha, elf girl. Sometimes funny elf girl. But like, they're so tonally different. Oh, that's not a dumb opinion. I feel like people relate to free run differently if they've had a similar loss. Yeah, I wonder if that's it. Because we've definitely had some losses in my family in the last couple years, especially. I watched it by myself, even though I think Mr. Melon would like it a lot, because I was like, this might be a little rough for you right now. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, it probably does land a little differently if you haven't felt that, or like haven't felt it in your adult life maybe, or I shouldn't say that because I don't know, everyone processes grief differently, but yeah. Oh. Oh, Peach, I'm sorry. Yeah. I had been interested in checking out the manga for a really long time. Unlike Dungeon Meshi, I wasn't already reading it. I feel like the Freerun manga is also pretty long. But it was another case where it was like, oh, I want to check this out. Oh, it's getting an anime. I'll just wait and watch that. Manga also on the Viz app. Y'all are opening my eyes right now. Yeah, the anime was so gorgeously produced. And I feel like what I've seen in the manga, the style looks pretty different. I feel like it's a case of, like, one of my dumb, like, hills that I will die on is that, like, Howl's Moving Castle, the movie and the book are so different, but they are both really good. They're just good in really different ways. A lot of people will insist that the adaptation is bad just because it's, like, very different. And it's just not that fun. The anime is still good about it, but the manga definitely feels like it has that space to breathe. Yeah, I can see that. Because sometimes it's definitely like, but now we're gonna animate this cool magic. And the action scenes go super hard and are super good. But yeah, definitely, that's always a problem with an adaptation too. Sometimes things don't have enough space to breathe, is a good way to put it. Like, you just can't pause in the moment as much and, like, just stay with that because it just keeps moving. It literally keeps moving. But I think they can both be good. Obviously, in different ways. This one I might have to start reading the manga. Oh, I haven't read or watched Mishishi. I've heard really good things and had the anime, like, strongly recommended to me. But, yeah. Freerun is really good. Also, Freerun and Apothecary Diaries had some really killer music, great, like, openings and endings. And soundtracks. Oh, there's still one more on the list we gotta talk about. Oh, I love things that you can read a couple chapters at a time. That's nice for my brain. So, I liked Undead Unluck so much more than I thought I was going to. Like, look at this. Look at this. Look at his blood. Also, sorry. I was like, it's just like, you know, Chainsaw Man effect, where I'm like, oh, that looks violent, and I don't think I care about this. One reason I checked it out anyway is because I'm, like, friends with, the translator and some of the team. I had read it a little bit, and I didn't really stick with it, but yeah, this also made me cry a couple times, believe it or not. That's a low bar, to be fair. It's not hard to make me cry. But honestly, like, for one thing, speaking of shonen and female characters, this does a pretty good job. Like, Jeez is so cool. Fuko, the main girl, is just wonderful. Yeah, so it definitely, like, when it starts out, it feels like it's gonna be gross, and, like, Andy comes off a little bit gross. And also, so much of the marketing for it has that one, like, art with him like grabbing her boob, which just does not give the best impression. And I'm not saying like, yes, yeah, I know that does not sound good. As it progresses, it becomes clear that he would not actually like do anything that she did not like agree to or want, I would say. But it really does give that impression, especially like the end of the first episode where it's like, haha, get over here. And yeah, I'm definitely not saying it's okay to joke about that. Like, that's really uncomfortable, and I would totally understand if that put people off the show. I do think that it gets better about that. Pretty quickly? And becomes more about like, oh, I'll get you to fall in love with me. Which, even that doesn't necessarily sound great, but I swear to God, I swear it's good. Or at least I really liked it. Oh, Yuki. God. You know, just keep an open grain of salt and all that. Also had really good openings. And just like the plot goes in so many interesting directions. And every time I thought that I like knew like, oh, okay, this is gonna be the format. It's like, no one fuck you. And I like that. I like things that are really weird. That's a sweeping generalization and completely untrue probably. But I like things that are just like unique, and that's, you know what I mean. It doesn't follow a formula. And I don't know. It's you can take my word or not. It's totally fine. Siraz's Flores, thank you for the follow. Yeah, right? Like, it does... I'm kind of reconsidering my Chainsaw Man stance because I liked Undead Unluck so much more than I thought I would. But yeah, as their relationship develops, it very quickly stops being like the creepy, like, vibe that it gives off initially. And just... I know, I should try Chainsaw Man. But I think the main reason... I said that to Mr. Melon, because I was like, oh, well, I liked this more than I thought. Maybe I would also like Chainsaw Man more. But I think part of it is that the gore in this is very cartoonish. Like, it's very silly. Like, he can't die. That's not a spoiler, that's in the title. And he, like, like, cuts off his limbs and fingers and whatever, and, like, shoots them. Or, like, uses them to, like, fly around. It's, like, ridiculous. It's, like, gross, but... One, there's not a lot of guts, and there's not a lot of, like, gross sounds. I feel like those are the things that, that put me off more. And it's not taking itself super seriously, which is something else that I like. But it... Ugh, no, it got me. Yeah, it's very arbitrary. I try to be like, oh, this is the rule, but I don't actually know what the rule is. I just saw Vivi in one of the recommendation sections, and I was like, wasn't I gonna try watching that? It's rough, especially when something comes out of the gate with something really uncomfortable. It also makes it very hard to recommend to people. Because I was recommending it to my friends who love Chainsaw Man. And I was like, well, you guys should watch Undead Unluck. I promise the main guy's not a sex pest. Like, that's a tough sell. He's not, though. It's got really, like, fun, weird characters. And a unique premise. And it goes in some funky directions. That's my pitch. Maybe not a lot of Yuri, but it's got some really good female characters. It's definitely checking that off better than MASH, and I still liked MASH a lot. I watched the Haikyuu movie. Alright, we gotta do the new season. But I am gonna take a quick break to grab some water first. I will be right back. Wow, that's loud. Is that loud? It's certainly 2 songs. Okay, but I probably didn't need the BRB screen for that. We gotta do the new shows. Although I did remember on the way down. I think last time we did Animelon Chat, I hadn't watched Oshinoko yet. And unfortunately, I really enjoyed Oshinoko. Speaking of hard sells. And also, like, I don't want to read the manga because I'm a little afraid of the direction it sounds like it might go in. But I'm absolutely gonna watch. I'm like strapped in now. I'm on frickin' what's his face's Ayasaka Wild Ride. It's incredible to me that that same person like wrote Kaguya. I mean, it makes sense, but it's also just like, yeah, I don't want to draw manga anymore, but I will write it. I've got this one idea, and I just like bust that out. Yeah, it's literally been one scene over 100 chapters. I love that you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I did kind of figure that it's probably the Twitter effect. Also, even just reading that, I was a little bit like, is that where you can draw the line for this show? I would think you would already have been out on day one if you were gonna have a problem, right? Kaguya-sama gets pretty dark. Yeah, I guess that's true, actually. I've only watched the anime and I haven't seen the movie yet, but it does certainly go to places about, like, Kaguya's isolation and, like, and her whole... Oh, I love Kaguya. Talking about rom-coms and het romance that I can get behind. Well, also a little bit shipping, like Kaguya and Chika. There's ships there. Not as dark as Instant Bullet, though, which I still hold as his masterpiece. Praise about his new series. Is Instant Bullet his new series, or is that an older one? I don't think I know it. I haven't read Kaguya. I've only watched it because the director is the same director as Genroku Rakugo Shinju, which is a hard sell for a different reason. But it's like this incredible drama, and the director brings those like extremely dramatic chops to this ridiculous over-the-top comedy. And it just works so well. And that also, like, it opens with a very, like, I guess not necessarily, like, gender role thing, but, like, an introductory narration that you're like, really? But then it's just really good. And you also quickly realize that it's just all very over the top and silly. And at the same time, yeah, it does get intense at times. Nenai Daiko is the new one. Instant Bullet is his debut series. I've wanted to translate it for forever. Ah, good luck. I hope that comes true. I think now that my most recent translation dream, I think, is probably set sail. I don't know if I have anything currently that I'm like, I must translate this. Well, you can't be like, I must, because it's out of your hands, but you know. Something that I'm really dying to get my hands on. Because I've been really lucky. Oh, there is one, but I have a... Well, anyway. Nenai Daiko is a happy girl and her hopeless crush both abusing an app to try to date. I would try it. If it's him, I'll try it. And I'd be curious about Instant Bullet too. It's always interesting to go back and read someone's debut. I mean, that's true not just in manga, but any kind of like writing and stuff. But sometimes it's just so different. But it's interesting to see how it's informed their future works. Oh my god, and then sometimes sorry, this is so far off topic. Sometimes you read like a really amazing like dark magic academia series. With like a cool female main character in it and some gay shit, and you're like, yeah, what else have you written? And the author's like, a 9-book series about a dragon. And I'm like, oh. Like a dragon that wins the Civil War or something. It's not the Civil War. If anyone can guess, you win a free honey doodle. You know what I'm talking about. It's so funny, because and I did actually, I read the first dragon book and I liked it, but I was like, if you hadn't told me that this contemporary woman author wrote this, I would have thought that like some old dude wrote this in like the 80s. I'm sorry. The dragon that won the Civil War. That is not exactly what happens. I think it's like the French Revolution. That's probably not true either. I should stop showing my what is it about? The author is Naomi Novik. The Scholomance series is really fucking good. And just throwing away these $1 million pitches. I know. That's why I actually need to stop, because everyone's gonna steal my ideas about dragons winning famous civil wars. The Napoleonic Wars. We got there. I definitely didn't have to check Wikipedia. Started reading this very cool emotional BL, and when I checked on her other book, one is like award winner mainstream book about a guy who was wrongfully convicted of kidnapping. For that time, and I feel bad about this, but like the Bloom Into You author and how her new series was not Yuri, but like some like sort of magical realism type of thing. And like, I really want authors to write in, or mangaka or everyone to like create what is in their hearts and write in whatever genre is speaking to them and not be constricted to the one thing that they're known for. And I also was a little bit like, but it's not Yuri though? World War III will be fought with nuclear weapons. World War IV will be fought with dragons. Yes, that is a very common, famous saying. Yes, yes. And I think that ended recently, and I don't know if it got canceled. I'm gonna feel real bad if her next series goes back to Yuri and she's like, and then that takes off and people are like, yeah, that's what you write now. But she made Yuri before Bloom Into You also. I do really recommend Naomi Novik's books though. She has a couple of standalone fantasies that I haven't read yet that are like fairy tale reimaginings. And then Scholomance is also like, I wouldn't call it a Harry Potter parody, but it's definitely playing on that. But it's like, what if the school was evil? But it's also more complicated than that. I thought it was good. Also, touching back on Mashal, the way that I doubt the author is even aware, but like the way that there's like a genderqueer character, and it's actually handled pretty okay. I was holding my breath when I saw them, because I was like, oh no, here it comes, like the Nei-chan, like, but then she was great, and they were cool about it. Anyway. Oh my god, spring. Before spring is gonna end before we talk about this. Invention of the Dragon is the invention of the Dragon Crash. Yeah, different names, yeah. saw on tweet about Nia Nakatani's new work not being Yuri. The audacity of releasing it on one of the lesbian days. I know. I'm like, guys, she can write whatever she wants. But also... anyway. It's Mesa and Coco looking ass. Astro note? I don't know it. Bartender. Definitely aware of. Oh right, the Blue Archive anime. I was thinking of watching the Blue Archive anime just to know what my MOBA gay friends are talking about, and also, you know, ship those girls. Ugh, Mason at home. Yeah, I think that's probably also the problem, because it looks like a creepy age grab, but it's not actually a romance. Putting aside whether that would be like, you know, whatever, but it's totally... yeah. I finally fell off of Hiroaka, and part of me feels like I should pick it back up. I didn't watch 6. I think I watched 5. It's a lot of seasons. It just lost me a little bit. A lot bit. But then also I was like, I'm over My Hero Academia. And my friend was like, Aizawa has an arc in this season, and I'm like, I'm here for that man. I am that cliche about bi women liking all women and one really specific weird type of dude. I'm back into My Hero Academia. You're telling me he puts his hair up in a ponytail? I'm already there. One specific little freak. If you watch Black Clover or read it, you'll know you have my number, because like there's a dude in that. He has the same Seiyu, and he's the same guy basically. And they both are like, in real life you're like, this man would need a shower. But he's animated, so anyway. Yeah. The way that this does its female character is so dirty. I'm assuming it's still doing that. But maybe I'll try. I could shower him. I could make that man get a good night's sleep. As in, like, I'd literally just, you know, make him take a shower and go to bed. Yeah. We'll count the battery. At a glance, I was like, is this BL? It doesn't look like BL. How are we on 5 seasons of Data Live? And how is it not called Data 5? People need to consult me when they title their sequels, obviously. That's part 2. Never get over it. Good night. I don't think so. Girls Band Cry is like, I look at this key visual and I'm like, hell yeah. And then I look at like the trailers for it and I'm like, oh dear. It's good. It's not that 3D is a deal breaker. Alright, let's watch the trailer. Maybe it's not as weird looking as I remember. I feel like it's a little Uncanny Valley, if I'm remembering right, but I could be wrong. So now I get to eat popcorn. Hmm.
私はルパ。
Oh, hello.
こちらはエビ塚ともちゃん。ともちゃんと話して決めたんです。この人たちと一緒にやってみたいって。ルパはうまくいくと思う？そんなのわかるわけないです。どんなに仲が良くても喧嘩別れはしますし、相性最悪でも不思議と続くこともある。でも最初から負けたって諦めるのは嫌なんだよ。終わりって自分で言ったら本当に終わっちゃうんですよ。
I didn't give them wake up girls. Yeah, I mean,
辛い思いするくらい。
what's it called? The new Bang Dream was really good. Maiko? That one girl looks like that one. I don't know. This isn't as weird looking as I remembered. I mean, it's weird looking in a sense, but not like awful to look at or anything. You know, yeah, that's not their band name. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I would actually try that. Oh, you gotta watch my go. I haven't actually watched Wake Up Girls. Oh, and the main character dropped out of high school, so that's kind of interesting. Yeah, I'll give that a try. Toy 40. Toy 40 and 8. This one also, like, at a glance, the title didn't interest me. I haven't watched the trailer yet, but it sounds like it might be one of those romances that I'm gonna end up liking a lot. Up Girls has a bad rap because the director was a weirdo or something, but it was really good. Oh, he's cute. Okay, we're in. He looks like yeah. Yeah. That's the guy. That's the one little freak. Also, the girl's got eyebrows, so like we're all in. Sexy zone. It's the guy. Oh, miru. Mecha miru. Miru. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the shit out of that. It's a Formers Johnny group. Alright, that was like weirdly catchy. She's gonna watch it. Mystery-mon. I didn't even see that one. Unless that's this season? Like this current season and it didn't come up yet. Or is it a drama? Oh, it's a drama. A live action drama. See, I go to all of these romances. Although I haven't done Bokura ga Ita actually, but I've seen all these other ones and liked them. Again, like that doesn't for sure mean I'm gonna like this one, but I probably. It looks like I'm gonna like it. The manga to drama thing is interesting. Oh, what do you want to talk about? Is it Henjin no Salad Bowl? Okay, I was just debating whether to resume the music because I was like, are we gonna want to watch this trailer? I'm curious about it. The main girl's kind of cute. Okay, you watched half an episode. The fact that you only watched half is making me nervous. Or at least skeptical. Did you like it? Oh, no subs for... Okay, so it's a girl from an isekai. Oh, you just fell asleep. Okay.
そなたは不倫調査以外の仕事はやらんのか。
え？
コナン君のように殺人事件をバシッと解決したりとか。
ねえよ。
なんならわらわが手伝ってやってもよいぜ。
Oh, I like her. Okay, she's really cute,
名探偵じゃよ。
and I like.
なんだろうな俺は。
それがしは
What?
ホームレスをしております。今日もご指名ありがとうございます。この日が来るのをずっと待っていました。子供が弁護士になることも理論的には可能よ。
It's got
いじめられてなんかいないから。自分から奥さんに
a lot of like weirdo girls, and I like that. Definitely the main dude. I'm like, you need to be here. And I like the concept that she wants to be a detective because she read Conan.
宗介君のお人よしには困ったものね。正気ですか。もう一発ドーン。まあ死にはせんじゃろ。
なあ、本当に何事もなかった。
Seems to not actually be a. Okay, hang on. I can't see chat very well. Dragon. I was just gonna say this reminds me of Hinamatsuri. He's 13, he's 29. There was a lot of nudity in the first episode. So yeah, again, that sometimes that first episode hurdle from her knight, not her, the one that was in the little flash there. I like that she's got a lady knight, it looked like. Yeah. Yeah, that could be worth a try. They're not gonna... One would hope that they're not gonna end up, going in that romance direction. But that's always a risk that you have to take. Or you don't have to take it, but it's always a risk. We love the Lady Knight. I can't believe they're making season 3 of Euphonium. It's been way too long. And I actually don't think I finished the second season. I know that there's a lot of discourse about that. We don't have time for that, because I said I would be done by 5. But I probably would. I like the sudden caretaker brat direction. Yeah, like Hinamatsuri towed that line pretty well. It was clearly like, you are an adult man and now you are taking care of this girl. But it's true that you never know when it's gonna suddenly in the last episode take that turn. Hi Val. Sorry, we're in the middle of a weird conversation. Hang on. This sounds ridiculous in maybe a good way? Rin Rindo, who once dreamt of becoming a ballet dancer before being sidelined by injury, is embracing a quiet life with her grandmother until she is unexpectedly thrust into the high-speed world of racing. Was it like a weird 3D one again? I haven't heard anything about this. But it's like good smile? That's pretty weird. We can... I'm running out of time. I gotta be pickier with the trailers. If it's for my daughter, just drunkenly blows past it. Yeah, I think, Bunny Drop probably gave us all trust issues. Okay, so it's a lot of, 3D cars. I haven't heard anything about this one. I would love for it to pull like a birdie wing and just turn out to be totally ridiculous and gay. But also, I still haven't watched Birdie Wing. I'm sorry. I'm a fakery fan. Guess ranked daughter is safe. Yeah, I think that's what I've heard. That is actually, yeah, I remember hearing that about that one. Although part of me is always like, but if it's not over yet, can we really say for sure? This looks so cute. I didn't watch the trailer yet. I just read the concept and I was like, yes. Although it feels like it might make me really sad for reasons.
手に取るようにばあ様の動きがわかるわい。
Why? This is not safe. What? Oh, okay.
小さま素敵だべ。
わしは何もしとらん。
So it's about an old couple that get turned young again, but they still just like talk and behave exactly the same. I would absolutely. This feels like I'm gonna cry. Oh, so that's this weekend. I definitely want to watch that. It looks so cute. There's a sequel. Busty bookstore clerk. I do actually. I might actually have to stop trailers, except if we forgot one that we really have to watch. Oh, we do. I actually really like the manga for Kaiju number 8. I'm behind on it, but it rules. What I've read of it. It's another like middle-aged dude. And it's got at least one cool girl in it. So I will probably be trying to watch it, even though... Wait, so it is on Crunchyroll? I thought it was gonna be like on Twitter or some insane thing like that. Getting the Notebook vibes from that. Let's see, what did you... Oh, more Demon Slayer. Talking about... That one's also violent, but I feel like I'm still on board. And also its female character situation is... We don't have time to unpack all that, but I also really love her. I'll probably keep watching it. I never got into Konosuba. Or Black Butler. You know, high school kids are still into Black Butler. I mean, I guess that's not surprising. Level 2. Ba-ba. Stop me if I kind of just like scroll past something that catches your interest. Hang on, what? Nobody else around me is reacting to Gengar Dokugaku is literally just being YouTube hobo fights the anime. That's a lot. I just kind of rolled on past it. But that's wild. Mahou Gakuin, second core of the second season. I missed that train apparently. Elf wife. I don't know. I'm gonna keep scrolling past these herons because I'm running out of time. The new Spice and Wolf. Monster has really one of the worst openings I've ever had the pleasure of watching. Free monster. Drink guy. Women cycling. I mean, I'm listening? I haven't heard anything about this though, I don't think. But I feel like I like the character designs. This like different color under the hair. Let's peek character design. Right, keep an ear to the ground on that one. This is what I wanted to talk about. Whisper Me a Love Song. Sasayaku yo ni koi o utau. Jitsu wa ne, nan to. I actually got to see the first 2 episodes of this. It's really cute. I liked the supporting cast a lot. We got, you know, where is she? Is it this one? We got the girl making the cat face. That's not her. She's in there somewhere. We got this one. We got the Fangy. The dynamic is really good. There's definitely misunderstandings, but also like it keeps accelerating. Oh, the book that just came out in Japanese. End of Big Arc, Volume 9. Great time to get into it. That's awesome. I will definitely barely get a second volume. Stop speaking truth. This looks really good, and the first 2 episodes were really good, and I'm very excited about it, and I will definitely start reading it. I like the main girls' designs too. And I like their little friend group. And I will probably be shipping them also. And yeah, look at that, right next to it is Seiyu Radio. I saw people arguing about whether this is Yuri or not. I think that also ties into people having different ideas of what is Yuri and whether, like, again, we don't have time to unpack this. I don't think it has to result in a kiss for them to be Yuri, right? And like, just because it hasn't yet doesn't mean it won't. And even if it doesn't go further than this obvious enemies to lovers dynamic, I'm still here for it. I will watch. I shouldn't say I don't care if it doesn't get past this dynamic, because of course I want it to develop into more. And of course I know why people want it to be like very explicit, like rep. But yeah, anything can be Yuri. Yeah, I was just talking about that infamous interview about like how like 2 tigers like in the wilderness can be Yuri or whatever it was. It looks really cute. Yeah, overlap, but they're also not the same thing. It's true. The Yuri of absence. I think there's a place for all levels of Yuri, whether it's explicit or implicit or implied, or explicit in the other way. Explicit in the way that you weren't expecting to see on your TO. Anyway, we hit the Yuri, so this is over, right? No, let's see if there's anything else. A tree falls in the forest and there's somebody around to hear it. Is it Yuri? Yes. It falls against another tree. I just saw a post that was like a tree that's holding up another tree. And it was literally like, this is Yuri. Brains, the BL series. That one. third season of Slime. I'll probably watch it even though it's starting to get... Yeah, the Omegaverse dads. You know, good for them. I might not necessarily... As you all may have caught on. Oh my god! I was gonna say, I feel like I know someone who worked on this. And I thought maybe it was you, but I was like, you didn't want work on the manga. So you did work on the subs. Yes! Otsukaresama. It was really, really good. Actually, a lot of the gags, and I feel like specifically the subs got a lot of like laughs out of the audience. I thought it was really good. I can't remember specifics now, but I'm gonna assume that most of the folks there were not were relying on the subs, and they all seem to be enjoying it a lot. Yeah, people were really enjoying that premiere, and I especially I loved it. But yeah, there was some hooting and hollering. I love them too. I already love them. I've heard so much about Gridman. I still haven't watched it, but oh, new Idolmaster. But it's like a theatrical release? I would still probably. And I was having the same conversation about like Farseal too. Like, I don't think it's gonna end up being canon. I would be delighted if it is. But I would argue that doing redacted thing that Marseille does for Marlin is just as gay as kissing, okay? I mean, ideally we want both. Of course, we want them all to kiss, but even if they don't, it can still be good. I'm gonna cruise here. Hero Camp Season 3! You know I'm here for it. The art style seems drastically different. I think it's a new studio, but I'm still here for it. This was also, there was a premiere at AB. She commits for Chris Farley. Oh. I bought a Sule Mio print, and they also had a Farseal print, and I came really close. But they were both 11 by 17, and I'm like, I don't even know where I'm gonna put one of these. So, I might need it. Maybe I should have gotten both. Yeah! Alright, we'll watch one more trailer, and then I really have to stop. Because I have to get ready for my trip. This also looks like it'll be something. As they say. In the vaping, yeah. It reminds me of Paripikome, which also had a really good Yuri ship. Like, surprising amount of Yuri content. I mean, if you've got your goggles equipped. Which you know I always do. Daddy. Oh, I'm gonna watch this. Yuri eyes. It's true. I know Yuri goggles is such like an old turn of phrase at this point, isn't it? I just really like the image of it. Hair with two colors. peek. Yaoi goggles and Yuri eyes. Combination creates. Reminds me a lot of God, Honey Kobe was so good. I love it when girls are trying to shine. Right. I knew. Sakura. Oh, this one. I'd be curious. I do enjoy a shonen. But I did say I would stop at 5. So I need to stop and just leave these 1 million Annie list tabs open, I think. I'm sorry to have to... I know. Hustle things along because I have very much enjoyed talking to all of you about anime and manga and Yuri. Written a manga, yeah, I haven't actually read it. But I'm definitely trying. God, Nana. Alright, let's see who's live. I wouldn't believe something Udna isn't gay. Ridiculous. Isn't Yuri? I can see different things. Okay. Mia is sleeping, so it would be a little silly to rate her. Maru is doing Gunpla. So maybe we grade Maru? As long as they're not about to wrap up, because they've been going 3 hours, but... And it certainly looks like they're still at it. And Gundam is anime and Yuri, so it's on topic, right? Okay. I'm gonna start the raid. I'm gonna do the, Oh, if you're not in the Discord, I really need to start using the anime channel more often to talk about stuff as we watch it, but yes, we will definitely have to catch up. I'm gonna try and go back to doing these like once per season. So, I will look forward to seeing what everybody liked and what we all watched. And what was good. But yeah, have a great weekend. I will be back at least Wednesday. I would honestly guess Friday, but maybe I'll do a cheeky work stream before then. Thank you all again. I had a lot of fun. Sorry to rush off, but I gotta get packing. So I'll see you all soon. Otumelon! Tanoshikatta. That's not the end screen. That's loud. Matane! Thank you! That's how when the raid is happening.